there, it's Natalie with Living the Oil Life. Thanks for joining me today. We are finishing our H oils in our ABCs of Young Living in 1, 2, 3 series, where we are going through the almost 200 essential oils and oil blends that Young Living offers alphabetically and highlighting their uses so that you can discover for yourself some oils that you may not have known that Young Living had. And today we are talking about KUAI, Hope, Humility, and Hyssop oils. So if you have missed any of our other videos in this series, you can check out the playlist up here. If you click on it, then it will open up in another window, so you can watch it after this one, or I'll put the link in the description box. And make sure that you click on the little bell icon that is underneath the video so that you don't miss future videos like this one. So let's get started with KUAI, which I love saying that for some reason. I don't know why. I'm weird, I know, but KUAI is actually an oil that I do not own, and I have not smelled it or tried it yet, but it is actually distilled at the Young Living Taiwan co-op farm. And the oil is steam distilled from the wood, which, like the hinoki oil that we talked about in the last video, it is a very strong wood and it is highly resistant to rot and decay. And because of its abundant aroma, it is very resistant to insects, which I thought was pretty cool. And I didn't know this, but KUAI apparently has the highest content of sesquiterpenes in it than any of the essential oils that Young Living offers, above rose and jasmine, I believe. So if you don't know what sesquiterpenes are, they are wonderful for our limbic system and our brain, and they're just an amazing compound or chemical constituent, whatever it's called, but make sure you look it up. That's the spelling there. Now, KUAI's aroma is said to be very uplifting, and it helps to promote spiritual awareness, and it is relaxing and grounding and inspires clarity, intuition, and action. And it is also good to help support emotional balances as well as the immune system and respiratory system. And many use it before their workouts or going on hikes or doing any type of physical activity. They will use KUAI and rub it on their chest or inhale it or put a little bit underneath their nose. And it's an oil that is a favorite among men, and many use it as a cologne. And according to D. Gary Young, he had recommended that men pair it with Idaho blue spruce, which we'll be talking about, I think, in the next video. Can't remember where it is. But topically, you do want to dilute it, and it's good to apply to the temple, the forehead, the back of the neck, and outside of the ears. And several people have asked me why put it on the outside of your ears. And if you look up reflexology, there are a lot of reflex points along our ears, on the outside and on the inside. So that's why it's really good to put a drop of oil even on your fingers and rub the reflex points to the area that you are wanting to benefit. So that's just a little side note there. So that is KUAI. If you have used it, please comment below and let us know how, because like I said, I haven't used it yet and I really haven't heard much about it. So I would love to learn from you guys. And next up is another oil that I do not own, and that is Hope oil. And they say that Hope oil was formulated specifically to restore your faith for the future. And it does that by helping to reconnect with feelings of strength, grounding, and stability. Now, it is a blend, and it has a sweet almond oil, melissa, juniper, myrrh, and black spruce. And all of these oils are amazing for the emotions, and I probably would love it because I love juniper, myrrh, black spruce, and of course melissa, but I love those 3 oils specifically. Now, Hope oil is a good blend to use when you feel stuck or you can't move forward, if you're going through stressful situations or life changes, and it may also help to release emotional blocks as well as buried feelings of irritation, anger, bitterness, disappointment, sorrow, criticism, all of those emotions that we can tend to deal with when situations arise and we feel like we are just losing hope. You know, those emotions that we do not not like to address or we do not like to face. So hope oil may help to foster positive emotions as well as help to move forward and enhance and embrace life again, which it would enhance your life too if you're having positive emotions. It is an aromatic and topical use oil, and you can use it neat. You don't have to use it with a carrier oil, and it is suggested to apply it to the edge of the ears, the wrist, the neck, temples, and especially, I'm having a hard time talking, over the heart. And they say hope oil is good to pair with joy and gentle baby. And you can find out more about those two oils and what I think of them in the comments below. So that is hope oil, and up next is humility oil, which I do own, and it's another wonderful blend that you may not use every day, but it is definitely one that you want to keep on hand. Now, it is a blend of 11 essential oils, which are formulated to help promote forgiveness and humility so that we can grow emotionally and spiritually and begin to heal and move forward. Now, humility has been reformulated a few times, and I think when I did it for Must Have Monday, I think it had different oils than it does now, and you can check out that link up there. But it has been reformulated because certain oils can be hard to source, they can be hard to harvest, they could be not going extinct, but I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but they're just hard oils to get. And so to give you a consistent good oil, they switched up the oils that would be comparable to them. Now, it contains caprylic or capric triglyceride, which is derived from coconut and glycerin, and it contains coriander, ylang ylang, bergamot, geranium, melissa, frankincense, myrrh, northern black spruce, say that 3 times fast, vetiver, bitter orange, and rose oil. And although I'm not a big fan of the floral scents, as many of you know, but I really do love it because of the mixture of the frankincense and myrrh with the ylang ylang and melissa. I really like the scent of it. Sometimes it can be a little too flowery for me, so I will use it with another tree oil or another deeper oil, but I do like the scent of it. Now, they say that humility oil is helpful when we have feelings of unforgiveness towards ourselves or towards others or even towards God, or when we are resistant to change or feel stuck in a relationship or in a situation, or when we have a tendency to be self-critical or beat ourselves up and we feel like we aren't good enough. And I don't know about you, but I deal with that quite often. Humility oil may also help us to open up and release negative emotions like bitterness, anger, jealousy, agitation, resentment, irritability, and it may help to promote positive emotions of self-worth, contentment, humility, and faith. The aroma is calming and peaceful, and it can be used topically or aromatically. And topically, you can use it neat, and it is good to apply to the crown of the head, over the heart, the ears, the wrists, or even in our belly button region, because we know that a lot of times we will hold emotions in our belly. It's one of those areas where a lot of our negative emotions are stored. Now, this is actually one that I do like to diffuse, but I diffuse it at night. And if you've watched any of these videos, you know that I tend not to diffuse the emotional oils because a lot of times they make me tired. There are very few that I can diffuse without getting tired. Joy, I love to diffuse. I can diffuse that one. Humility, I will use at night when I know that I've been dealing with some emotions that are kind of holding me back, or that something has happened, or I've gotten hurt by somebody, or in a situation. And so I will diffuse it at night because I know that it is helping me subconsciously release those emotions that I am dealing with. So that is humility oil. And next up is hyssop, which is one of my favorites, and it was actually considered the sacred oil in ancient Egypt, Israel, and Greece, and its name actually comes from the Hebrew word meaning holy herb. It is steam distilled from the stems and the leaves, and its aroma, like I said, I love because it's just to me, it's just a really crisp, clean aroma, almost medicinal-like, but it also has a sweet smell to it. Now, historically, it has been used in rituals, and it is said that the Romans actually would use hyssop to protect themselves emotionally. It is mentioned about 12 times in the Bible, and it was offered to Jesus in the last minutes of his death. And what I like about hyssop is that it is said to help stimulate creativity and meditation, as well as promote spiritual and emotional connection. And it is wonderful for the immune system and the respiratory system. Now, topically, you do want to dilute it, and it's one of my favorite to apply it right on my chest or under my nose. And one of my other favorite ways is I will put it in my hand and then I will cup it over my nose and my mouth and just inhale it really, really deeply. But you want to be careful because it may make you cough, and it kind of just like opens you up, and you kind of like, it almost like takes your breath away kind of feeling. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's one of my favorite ways to use hyssop oil, especially when I'm dealing with the crud that may be going around. So you can use it aromatically and diffuse it, or inhale it straight out of the bottle, or put it on your diffuser jewelry. And I usually don't diffuse it, but I do love to use it in a head steam, where you take a big pot of boiling hot water, put a couple of drops in the water, and then do a head steam with a towel over your head. My goodness, I'm having a hard time talking, but that is wonderful for opening up your sinuses. And it's also a good oil to use in the shower when you are needing to get a little bit opened up. Put a couple of drops on a wet washcloth and put it away from the direct shower and use it that way, or put a couple of drops in Epsom salt and let that marinate for a little bit, and then put that in your bath. It's amazing that way. So those were our 4 oils today. We talked about Hung Kwai, humility, hope, and hyssop. If you have used any of those, please comment below and let us know how you have used them or the benefits that you have seen. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up by clicking on the thumb below. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, so we can get connected. And be sure to share this video on your social media platforms so you can help others learn about essential oils too. So until next time, guys, keep living the oil life, and I'll see you later. Bye.